Most startups don't fail because they can't build a product. Most startups fail because they can't get traction. Building a successful company is hard, and smart entrepreneurs know that the key to success isn't necessarily the originality of your offering or the brilliance of your team or how much money you can raise through investment. It's how you consistently can grow and acquire new customers. That's what it says on the back of this book, Traction, which is the one that I'm going to give you a visual summary of today. It's by Gabrielle Weinberg and Justin Mares. First of all, they talk about the fact that you can always get traction, and the whole point of a startup is to grow rapidly. So getting traction means moving your growth curve up and to the right as best you can. Now, bear in mind that their target audience for this book is startups. However, all of the content in this book I think is used regardless of how long your business has been around. Even businesses that have been around 3, 4, 5 years can still get benefit from the messaging here. I'm going to talk you through the bullseye model, which you can see in the middle of the screen, starting with the black outer ring. This is all about what's possible, and it identifies 19 different channels through which you could grow your customer base, starting with unconventional PR, publicity stunts that draw media attention. Think flash mob. We move on to search engine marketing, where you advertise on a range of different search engines. You could also use paid ads on social media such as YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, or offline ads, so TV, radio, billboard, newspapers, magazines, and those print services. Search engine optimization also needs to be considered to make sure that your website is ranking highly in search results. Creating content like blog posts is definitely recommended to demonstrate your expertise and knowledge in your chosen product area. Email marketing allows you to build familiarity with prospecting. It allows you to acquire customers and retain existing customers by keeping that messaging and that narrative going. Engineering as marketing for the more technical types of business may choose to build microsites or develop specific widgets or even create free giveaway tools. Viral marketing is where existing customers refer you to other potential new customers. Creating strategic partnerships is all about your business development and working with other companies that may have similar and complementary services to your own. And potentially you could partner with them in order to offer a customer a more rounded, holistic solution. Sales is here because you do need specific processes in place to make sure that you're able to directly exchange product for money. Affiliate programs allows you to reward other people for giving you leads or for making a sale. Existing platforms, websites, networks, platforms with millions of users, can you become part of those communities? Can you become embedded in some of their materials? Trade shows, good old-fashioned face-to-face conversation with prospective clients. Have a look. Most industries have got these. Most major cities have these on a regular basis. But you could also just become a sponsor or have a meetup or a conference where your logo is expressed, but you don't necessarily need to attend in person. You could build your community, or you should build your community to connect your customers to each other, and it helps them to foster their relationship, bring more people in. It really shows the value that you can add beyond direct services that you provide. Speaking really helps to raise your profile and your credibility as an expert in your area. So share your story, but to the right people. Don't just shout in the wrong direction. The blog post has already been mentioned, but what they also encourage us to do here is to consider putting your content on other people's blogs, putting it on places where your customers or potential customers are already going to. And finally, good old-fashioned publicity through press and traditional media. So this outer ring, as I mentioned, it's all about what's possible. And the idea here is to come up with one specific strategy, one small experiment that you can run for each of these 19 things to find out the 2 or 3 that are promising and seem to have the opportunity to move your dial. What you then do with those 2 to 3 that you've identified is come in and start running some middle ring tests. This is again a cheap and quick way to start to see if you can answer the 3 key questions here of how much is it going to cost to acquire each customer through this channel? What are the number of customers that I can reach through this channel? And are the customers that I can reach through this channel the right customers that I need now? Once you've then identified the key channel that is the one that is providing the best opportunity, then the inner ring is to constantly optimize that. You want to rinse that channel and use it as much as you can in order to generate as much interest and traction as possible. That's the bullseye model. And what they suggest is if you go through this a couple of times and you're still struggling to find your core channel, it might be that your product isn't quite right. But in most cases, you will absolutely find your core channel. And it does take a little bit of time to go through all of those 19 things, but short, small experiments, quick test and learn is the way to go. You want to get to a quick yes as opposed to a slow no. Over on the left here is a quick summary based on the 3 or 4 levels within this bullseye. The black layer is understanding those 19 channels that you've got to build your customer base. The middle ring is all about running tests to see which of the 2 to 3 channels seems most promising from the black ring, and can you answer those key questions before running inner ring tests to really optimize the chosen channel and uncover further improvements in that specific channel, with the gold message here being staying on the critical path, constantly trying to find what works, and then you optimize the hell out of that. The final thing I want to mention here that I found quite surprising in this book, and bearing in mind it's targeted at startups, is that they say 50% of your effort should be put into getting traction. I don't think that's true for businesses that have been around for a few years. I would say that should be between 30 and 40%, depending on your maturity. But it does serve as a nice reminder that significant effort needs to go into sales and marketing of any business. So there you go. Quick summary of the book Traction. As always, you can download a PDF of this from my website. Thanks for watching.